Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third episode of Taped Up. I'm your host, Pete Poppy, and I'm here with my co-hosts, Ryan and Eric. It was another great weekend of
Hello.
NFL football. The Browns won, of course, and the Packers did not win. We love to see that week in and week out. So let's just go ahead and get started with the NFL, starting with the Thursday game.
Jags and Saints, baby. Jags won 31-24. Fucking Trevor Lawrence comes through late. Jags hold off the Saints.
Jags let him hang around the whole game.
For no reason.
Yeah, it was crazy.
But I will say the Jaguars do look like the best offense in the AFC.
What?
I just
Have
want to
you
see your
not
reaction.
seen
I just want to
the
see your
best show on
reaction.
turf?
Have you not
I
seen
just
the
wanna see your
Cleveland
reaction.
fucking Browns?
I just wanted to see Ryan's reaction.
How bad is the Saints offense?
They're
I had
terrible.
such high hopes for them this
They
year.
need Kamara needs to run the ball 30 times.
That's what I was going to say. I was literally going to say that. Alvin Kamara needs to get the ball more.
Their car needs to stop touching the ball.
17
Derek Carr
carries.
dumps it down. How many catches did he have?
12.
12 catches. Yeah, he just dunked down 5-yard passes to him every time.
I don't know. I do think Trevor Lawrence is looking better and better.
In no
playing in the
situation should Derek Carr be throwing the ball 55 times a game.
No, especially when you only lose by 7. Like, why is he throwing that many times? I don't know. The Saints are abysmal. Jaguars are looking good. I still sticking to my stance. Lions Jaguars Super Bowl this year.
Ooh.
You did tag me in that post.
I'm saying.
You did say it first.
I say it and people start doing it. Everybody wants to be in Pete Pompey. I don't know what to tell them.
Ping
What's next?
pong, ping.
Sunday.
What's your guys'
Falcons
first game?
Bucks.
Falcons Bucks.
Boring.
Yeah,
Boring.
real snooze fest.
Baker Mayfield looking like Cleveland Baker Mayfield and Desmond Ritter helping them win the game. I don't know.
Mayfield being Mayfield.
Yeah.
Kyle Pitts had a massive
goddamn.
catch to set him up in field goal range at the end of the game.
What is this,
figured it was going to
back-to-back
OT.
weeks of scores? Back-to-back weeks of scores for Pitts? Holy shit.
I don't think he scored, did he?
I thought he scored a touchdown. Did he not? Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I know he had a crazy catch down the middle of the field.
He did not. He had the crazy catch
He
to
did
set
not
him
score a
up for
touchdown.
field goal
You're right.
range.
You're right. My
Game-winning
mistake.
field
My
goal.
mistake. But he
It
did have a
was.
crazy catch.
It was National Tight End Day.
Yeah.
I see that
must be
video
what
of
the catch
LeBron
came
James.
from. LeBron was definitely sitting here on ESPN naming tight ends.
You know,
Just
just to
looked up
name
on
a
Google.
few.
Just to name a few, and then was scrolling
Dawson
down.
Knox.
Dawson Knox.
And he showed the computer's like, see, I'm not looking at it. He said, you got some other ones too. David Njoku.
Yeah, he's looking over here. I'm not looking at it. David Njoku. What an idiot. He's a professional liar.
Liar.
What's next?
LeBron.
What's
Raiders
next game, Ryan?
Bears 12-30.
Ooh,
Bears.
the
Shout out to the
Bears.
D2 quarterback.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness,
Yeah,
right?
pretty good.
Shout out to the boy Baggett.
You look pretty good.
He looked all right.
I mean, threw for 162 on 21 completions.
It was
I mean,
first
had about
his
crazy,
debut
but-
in the NFL.
had the same amount of time as Justin Fields in the pocket, so Bears are still bearing, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, Brian
Raiders,
Hoyer.
I think the Raiders are just bad.
Brian Hoyer being Brian Hoyer.
Yeah.
Fucking Cleveland
Shit.
Browns. Oh god. 17 for
Devontae
32,
Adams.
129 yards, 2 interceptions.
I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Is that their? Do they consider that their third string, or would that be their second?
Ooh, Hoyer.
I
Yeah.
think he's their backup, right? Or
No,
third
he's
string?
him and Aiden O'Connell.
Isn't
Aiden
it-
O'Connell's third string.
Got you.
Oh, okay.
Devontae
They should
Adams is
play
being
him,
told he's
but-
not being traded, and then he goes for 7 receptions for 57 yards. So I'm sure he's excited.
Yeah.
Awesome for Devontae, man. But yeah, the Raiders are just looking like the
Come
Raiders.
back home.
What
Come
about
back
fucking-
home.
Deontay Foreman.
Yeah.
2 touchdowns was pretty nice. He looked
Yeah.
good. He looked
He had
good.
3.
I'm just talking about his rushing yard touchdowns.
Yeah,
Did he
he
have
had
a
one-
receiving one as well?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
good
the
for
old
him.
hat trick.
Good for him. I mean, he looked good running in between the tackles, but
He's
I don't-
massive. I don't know
he's
what his
massive.
Yeah,
He's
I don't know
massive.
I
his
was just going to say
dimensions.
that, but he's big.
Yeah,
massive.
He's tall.
He can fucking.
and yoked.
He goes through a motherfucker's face.
Well, they're saying Justin Fields doesn't play next week, so it looks like we're gonna get Baggett one more time at least, and we'll see what goes from there. I mean, if they win again, I would just keep him out there.
Might as well.
I mean, you guys, they're 2-5. It's not like you're not gonna catch the Lions or
Or the
even after.
Packers.
anyways. Next game.
Browns Colts.
What?
Oh baby.
Hey.
39-38.
First off, let's
That
go
was
ahead and
fucking
start.
Garrett.
Yeah. Defense player of the
Hold
year.
on.
Front
On.
runner
Let me get
as
this
of,
out.
hold
Let
on.
me get
As
this out.
of today, not for sure.
Fraudulent defense?
Fraudulent
Question
defense?
mark?
No.
I wouldn't. I mean,
38 to Gardner Minshew? That's pretty
I
crazy.
wouldn't call it fraudulent just because you're not going to hold teams to under 20 every week. It's just impossible, especially when the offense is playing so terrible. You're on the field constantly. Both offenses were playing pretty bad to start, outside of that one receiver who caught the one touchdown to start the game. It went
Touchdowns,
7-7
yeah.
immediately. And then from there, it kind of like it looked like the offenses like didn't know what they were doing. But that's where I'm getting started next. Do the Browns look to stop playing Deshaun Watson?
Yes. Put him on IR.
I saw that they were talking about putting him on IR.
Put him on IR and pick up Jacoby Brissett. Call it a fucking season.
I saw two tweets that stuck out to me. One guy said that interception that he threw, one guy said that wasn't his injury in play. I would definitely like to disagree. I don't know many quarterbacks that are just going to short throw a ball like that on purpose.
I think he should have thrown it. No. His shoulder might have been, I don't know. It was bad.
I mean,
like
I will now, after watching him play, agree that he's not healthy. But we paid him $230 million to be our quarterback, and he has not been our quarterback.
Yeah.
I don't think PJ Walker is any better, but the offense looked better with PJ Walker on the field.
As soon as Deshaun Watson got benched and PJ Walker came in, that offense looked like a totally different offense.
Yeah. But I do not think PJ Walker is a better quarterback by any means.
No, not at all.
But I just think that the offense can run more smoother because PJ Walker can just do a little bit more as of right now. Obviously, he can still throw the ball even though he doesn't throw it well, and I think he can run a little bit better than Deshaun Watson. But 4-2. 4-2.
What the hell?
Gardner Minshew's like
0-11
when he throws for over 300 yards. It's pretty crazy.
Defense wins championship. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. I don't want to call it fraudulent yet because it's just the first time that we've kind of seen it, and the defense was on the field a lot, I feel like. And our defense was doing a lot on the field too, which I don't know about you, Ryan, but I'd be tired as shit if I was Myles Garrett.
2 forced fumbles, 1 blocked field goal. What did he get? 2 sacks and 9 tackles?
2 sacks and like 8 solos, yeah, something like that. But outside of that, Jonathan Taylor looks like he's getting back to form. I mean, he scored a touchdown and the NFL drug tested him, so good for him.
I feel like how'd Zach Moss do? I feel like he did pretty good too.
He had a couple big
18
runs.
18 for 57.
Yeah, he had a couple big runs, but they went heavier on Jonathan Taylor towards the end of the game. And then whoever this Downs receiver is, I've never heard of him until yesterday or until Sunday.
I think he should be their wide receiver one.
I've
been thinking he should be their wide receiver one. He's from North Carolina. He played. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Was his quarterback last year North Carolina's quarterback this year?
No, yeah, it was. I think.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who's number 11?
Then he had Sam Howell before that.
Howell, got you.
Who's number 11 in the Colts? He's a receiver.
Michael Pittman Jr.
Yeah.
Pittman Jr.
He's a dog too.
That motherfucker need to get the ball more.
He's a big target. He looked big when he was catching the ball. Am I wrong? He is big. Okay. I was gonna say when I was watching him play, like I feel like he was just over top of everybody, more physical with everybody.
Yeah.
I feel like once he gets the ball, he is going to score no matter what.
I think if Anthony Richardson
he'll find a way.
Can figure it out moving forward after obviously getting off injury and probably even after the season. I'm going to assume the Colts will finish around 500. They might do something with Gardner Minshew, but we'll see what happens since he's out for the year.
Yeah.
I think if Anthony Richardson can figure it out, the Colts actually might be a devastating team to watch.
Other than this game, I feel like the Colts defense has been pretty good too, and statistically.
I agree. I think the Colts could be pretty solid moving forward, assuming they want to stick with Anthony Richardson and he can do it, obviously.
Zaire Franklin, their linebacker, he's a dog.
Is he?
Shaq Leonard, if he gets back to what he used to play like,
interesting.
That's probably top 4 linebacker core.
Okay, so moving forward, I'm going to ask Ryan or Eric this question rather. Where are we seeing the Browns finishing? First or second in the division?
Oh, God.
No lower.
Not first.
You don't think so?
No, I think
aren't the Steelers number 1 right now?
No, the Ravens. Ravens are 5-2.
Steelers
Browns
beat the
are
Ravens.
3rd right now.
Yeah, but Ravens are 5-2.
They're 5-2. Okay, so the Steelers are 4-3 then. Okay, all right.
I think the Ravens.
Ravens are going to win the division.
Yeah.
Bearing any
with
injuries.
with how Lamar played, let's just
Lamar-
jump to that game real quick.
Oh,
Lamar
wow.
just
let's
had
move right into it.
that's probably his best game he's ever played against a really good Lions defense.
I don't know
Yeah.
what was up with Jared Goff.
Jared
I mean,
Goff looking
Ravens
like
got a crazy
something-
defense too. let's not
yeah.
get it
Ravens
wrong,
defense is
but-
great. Jared Goff was looking rough.
Like-
You can carry on with that, Eric. I don't know.
I mean,
353
came in the
tuds.
game 5-1. I mean,
Jeez.
still have a chance to win the division, obviously. But
Obviously,
god damn, man, I don't know. It's like
that's
I hate to bring it up.
the kind
but-
of game you don't want to play like that.
yeah, exactly. And it's just I don't know. I don't even know what to fucking say. That's how bad. That's how bad it was.
Well, let's focus on the positives of the game. I'm gonna move on to Lamar. Lamar has constantly just gotten better since coming into the league.
This is,
And
I think this is his best game he's ever played.
Hopefully he doesn't
3
get injured.
tuds, ran one in, 4 tuds, 350.
I mean,
He
just
was
as a
just throwing the
quarterback,
ball
though,
all over.
yeah, as a thrower, like his throwing
2,
and just
3,
being a
4.
quarterback has gotten better and better every year. And it kind of scares me because obviously I'm a Browns fan, number one, and he's a real weapon away from being one of the scariest quarterbacks in the NFL. Because he's doing this with like nobody for the most part.
Yeah.
Flowers-
Zay
Zay
Flowers is
Flowers
going to
is-
be a real
He's going to be a
dog.
star for sure, but like he's having like
Odell had a
blow-up-
pretty nice game for
Did he?
Odell.
Okay.
5 for 49, but
We'll see
nothing
what happens
crazy.
with the Ravens. I do agree. I think the Ravens will win the division, bearing any crazy injuries. Obviously, I don't think the Bengals
I'll
have
go-
that much of a shot.
I'll go Ravens, Browns, Steelers, Bengals.
Bengals last. I love that from you. I do. I love that so much.
I don't think they're gonna have a good year.
Well, I hope the Niners blow them out next week, but whatever. We can move on to the next game.
Next game, we got the Commanders at the Giants. Barn burner.
Tyrod
Giants
Taylor, the
win
first
4
black quarterback to ever win a game for the Giants. Giants
That's
have been around since
crazy.
1925. I actually didn't believe that.
That's crazy.
Funny thing, you texted in the group chat. No, was it you or was it Ryan? It was Ryan.
It was Ryan.
You said, what do you say, Ryan?
Tyrod
What
Taylor
did I
something.
say?
Something about Tyrod
Tyrod
Taylor.
Taylor.
I
having
tweeted
a Geno
Yeah.
Smith game.
I tweeted
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Tyrod Smith having his Geno comeback,
Yeah, that's
but
what it was.
we'll see. This
Okay,
could be his
just based
team.
off of this game alone, I would start Tyrod
against
Taylor for the rest of the
against a
season.
good Commanders defense. I don't know how good their
But-
secondary is,
but you
but
also
their
gotta think-
front seven is pretty solid.
They also paid
Yeah,
Dimes.
they just paid
That's
Danny
right.
Jones.
That's right. Danny Jones is a thief. I forgot.
Yeah.
I forgot about that
So
contract.
they got some choices. to make.
Oh,
Like 40
no.
million a year, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he's like one of the highest paid quarterbacks now, or is the highest paid quarterback, right?
He's not the
No,
highest.
not the highest.
He was when he got his deal, though. And I
Sean
think somebody, I
Watson
think
is the
Lamar
highest
took
guaranteed.
over. Well, Lamar's I think the highest paid now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
Lamar,
think Danny Jones getting his contract is what got Lamar his.
I
'Cause
think it
the
was
way it went
Jalen
down.
Hurts.
And, well, yeah, Jalen Hurts too, but I'm pretty sure like the icebreaker was Danny getting his contract, if I remember right. Oh, it was a crazy offseason for
I don't
Lamar. I thought he was
I
going to be a Cleveland Brown at one
believe-
point.
imagine.
Imagine.
That'd be nice.
All right. Bills at the Patriots. Patriots win 29-25 on a last second
Patriots.
touchdown.
What about them Patriots?
What about the Bills? It is time to start worrying about the Bills.
They play to their competition. They always have.
Every
That's why they
game.
lose games.
Yeah.
That's why, like, if they played like the Bills that we all think they're going to be, they would go like 15-2 every season.
I think Matt Milano getting hurt and Travion White or Tredavion White, whatever the hell his
Tredavion.
name is. Yeah, those are big losses for their defense. Mike Hyde and Jordan Poyer are still really good, and Von Miller, but
It wasn't much of Von Miller this game, to be honest. He
Yeah.
was kind of a no-show. And
I
Mac
think
Jones,
he's still kind of coming back from his ACL. So they're-
Mac Jones did enough. I really thought the Patriots were going to lose.
Is this?
I really did.
Yeah.
Is this
towards
the
the end of the
start?
game.
Is this the start of the Josh Allen Madden curve?
I don't know if it's the start. I think the
Potentially.
start happened like 3 weeks ago. Maybe even week 1 when he threw 3 picks against the Jets.
I don't
He hasn't
know.
been
I don't,
playing very
I
good.
don't think it's the quote-unquote Madden curse. I think it's just the Bills don't. Josh Allen in particular, really, but the Bills.
Yeah, I feel like
they
he
don't
hasn't
know
been
how to play
running
it.
as
They've
much.
only played a competition.
I feel like
They
he
always
hasn't
have.
ran that much at all this year.
Shit, I want to run
I
either
feel like
one.
that's
I
a
just watched
big
one of my
part.
teammates almost die last season. I don't know. I
I
wouldn't want
mean-
to get hit.
You're in the league, buddy. Gotta play.
I guess. I don't know. I think this is
think-
the turning point for the Patriots to go 500, like Ryan said at the beginning of the podcast 2 weeks ago.
Did I?
Yeah, you said he's
Oh,
going to go
yeah, they're
500
gonna
and
get
get
it.
like a
the
15th, 16th
teams-
overall pick.
Yeah.
The past few weeks, the teams that have been like 5-0 or 4-1 or 4-2, they've just been letting the 1-5 record go over their head,
That's how you
Thinking
see
that-
the frauds.
thinking that they're gonna fucking destroy them and just whatever. But it doesn't
I-
obviously turn out that
I
way.
think there's too much parity in the NFL to see that this season, to be honest. Because although like the bad teams are bad, they're still good enough to compete and lose.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just like the Cardinals, which brings us to our next game. You see that? You see that transition?
Dude,
Oh my
this
God.
guy. I love this guy.
Uh,
Episode
thought the
3,
Seahawks
he's
were gonna-
fucking killing it already.
oh yeah. Really thought the Seahawks were going to win by more than 10, but
I
I didn't really watch this game. I was watching the Packers game, so I couldn't really tell you what. I saw Bobo's catch in the end zone, which was nasty.
couldn't. I
His
wasn't really.
catch was
I wasn't paying
nasty.
attention to 1 o'clock games because the fucking Colts and Browns game had me on the edge of my seat.
Stressing.
But
Yeah.
I thought the Cardinals were going to come in and win, but
Win?
yeah, remember
What?
I guessed Cardinals.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
This
that would
would
be
be
the game
different,
the Cardinals
but-
would win. That would be the game, though, the Cardinals could have
Yeah.
won. So I'm definitely not in disagreement. I mean, Geno Smith did what he had to do to get the job done. Kenneth Walker III is literally carrying this team sometimes when he gets
Mhm.
the football.
26 carries, 105 yards.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He's definitely
What
getting
about-
rid of the Seahawks' running back problems that they've had for the last few years.
What about old Jackson Smith and Jigba with his first
In his
touchdown?
first tutty. Dude, I looked at it before the game and I was like, I feel like though, because DK wasn't playing, I was like, who's like plus 270 to score. I was like, I don't want to bet that, but I didn't. And then he scored the first touchdown in like the first 5 minutes or something like that. And I was like, of course.
But if you would have bet, he wouldn't have.
Yeah.
He probably wouldn't even got a target, to be honest. I don't know. Should we start having a conversation on, especially after, which we'll get to the Monday night game, but after the results of the Monday night game, should we start having a conversation of Seattle maybe potentially being a front runner in that division?
If they keep,
I think they're
winning,
playing better than the last 2 weeks of the 49ers, that is.
Yeah.
I think they're playing
I-
more consistent, not necessarily better,
Yeah.
I guess, rather.
Yeah. I get that. They're that Witherspoon, Devontae Witherspoon, or I think that's his
Mhm.
first name, but he's
Mhm.
playing like a dog.
Hmm.
He shut
Yeah.
down Jamar Chase last week.
Yeah. And Geno Smith is
I
doing
thought-
just enough.
I thought
Yeah.
Jamar Chase was 7'11".
He is 7'11". He's always open. He's always there. Throw him the ball. Steelers at Rams. Who saw this one coming?
I saw I was watching Red Zone while the Browns game was on. I got some glimpses of the game. Fucking Matthew Stafford 14-29, 231 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Other side of the ball,
Mm.
Kenny Pickett 17 out of 25, 230 yards. Najee Harris with a touchdown as well. Didn't
I
see
don't
that
get
coming.
why Matt Stafford only threw the ball 29 times. So I'm pretty sure Steelers have like a bottom 5 passing defense.
Especially because they got Cooper Cup back in that
Yeah,
rookie.
Cooper Kupp had 2 catches. I think he had like 7 targets, but 2 catches. Puka Nakua had a nice game, but
8 receiving yards.
Sling the pill, Matthew.
54 yards. For
why is
Cooper.
Daryl Henderson getting 18 carries and Royce Freeman 12 carries? Who? Who's there now? Who?
I don't know. I thought the Rams would start winning more games.
Yeah, me too.
Especially starting
I mean,
with
they
the
didn't
Steelers.
have what's his face. Their running back was hurt, but I mean, guess they didn't
Freeman
give a
did
shit.
good
They
enough.
gave away 30 carries.
I don't know. I thought this would be the turning point for the Rams moving forward. I thought this would put them, in that 10-7 bracket from here, and they still can do it, obviously, but it's going to be a little bit tougher. I mean, losing to the Steelers is rough. Steelers are just finding ways to win ball games as they
Yeah.
usually do, but I'm still waiting for that stretch of like losses. It's going to happen. Kenny
Yeah.
Pickett's not going to get the job done for the rest of the season.
I think Deontay Johnson being back is a bigger deal than a lot of people are saying. I think this is his first game back. 5 for 79. and that opens up Pickens for 5 for 107. I
It's
think
not bad at all.
I think
That's
he's
true.
I think he's a big part
Let's
of that
talk
offense,
about
whether he's wide receiver one or
TJ.
not.
TJ
Jay wide. He's
Never heard of
dog.
him.
Pick 6.
Don't be that
Yeah.
fan, T. Come on.
No, I'm not.
He's a
I'm not,
dog.
I'm not. I was actually gonna wait till the Monday Night Football game to talk about TJ Watt because I wanted to talk about him, Nick Bosa, and Myles Garrett. But
we can walk right into that if you want. We can.
no.
We can
We
wait
can wait.
until-
Whoa,
wait.
skip
Yeah.
over games?
No,
What's
no,
going
wait,
on?
wait,
We're talking
wait,
about
we're good.
when we get there.
TJ Watt. I'll just start now. I mean,
go
TJ
ahead.
Watt and Myles Garrett and Nick Bosa, although last night was a little shaky, it's like those three at this defensive end position and then everybody else.
Yeah.
And there's a gap in between everybody else and those three.
Yes,
And Myles Garrett and TJ Watt really proved that this Sunday. Like I said, Nick Bosa had a suspect game. And he's actually been a little quiet this entire year, if I'm being honest, in comparison to those two. But I still would never bet against Nick Bosa. So
complaining about how the NFL was showing love to Myles Garrett and how he played this
Oh,
Sunday. But
Defensive player in the year.
Yeah,
of
and
the
they're
year in their
complaining
bio
about
or
it.
whatever.
But here's my
Get
thing. As
over
an
it.
advocate Browns fan, picking up on Eric's I have watched for 4 straight years of Myles Garrett getting held every play, still putting up these insane stats, and nobody talking
Double-teamed.
about him being a defense player of the year. So it's about damn time my man gets some damn love around here.
that's what
All
I'm
right?
saying. And like Steelers fans are getting so pissed.
I hate to be that
Myles
guy.
Garrett's nuts about it.
I
No, you
hate
don't.
to be that guy,
No, you
but
don't.
I'm pretty sure TJ Watt beats
He does.
Myles Garrett in every stat
He
there
is.
is.
No,
He
I'm not
is.
disagreeing with that. I think TJ Watt's statistically, it's not even an argument, but I do think TJ Watt's better. I just think it's about time Myles Garrett finally gets the
Like,
similar love.
That's
Get
what I'm
some
saying.
love,
Give
yeah.
credit where credit is due. That man is a fucking machine.
Myles Garrett quite literally won us that football game yesterday. Our defense as a
Yes.
whole did some big plays, but Myles Garrett was the game changer, the electrifying plays. The block field goal, you're not seeing that from defensive ends.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts.
But I agree. I think TJ Watt is technically the better player. I'm not going to say that for sure because I'm a Browns fan. I'm going to root for Myles Garrett. But TJ Watt statistically is better.
Yes.
TJ Watt is
100%.
probably the better player. And those two as a whole are S-tier caliber players. I'm just tired of Myles Garrett not getting the kind of love that he's getting now, finally.
Because he fucking hit someone in the fucking head with a helmet. That's why.
And it just happened to be a guy in a Steelers jersey.
I mean, I think I have that canvas somewhere in my house, just saying. But we can move on.
The Chiefs Chargers, 31-17. Chargers
was a
remain
hell-
the little brother of the Chiefs in the division.
I think that was a good game, Ryan. I know you said it was
Yeah.
pretty boring.
Patty looking like Patty finally. I don't think this shows that the Chiefs' offense has gotten better. I just think Patty's just putting more on his shoulders and forcing plays, and the forced plays worked in their favor this week.
Yep. I read something on Twitter. Said that when Taylor Swift is in the building, Travis Kelce has more receiving yards or something
Yeah,
like
he
that.
is-
More
it's like
touchdowns.
tripled.
Yeah.
His receiving yards are like tripled when she's there.
Okay, but
That's enough talk about her, though.
But
Just saying.
Travis Kelce is realistically the only reliable target Patrick Mahomes has this year.
Yes.
I think Rashee Rice is going to start making a lot of noise.
I hope you're right.
I had him in my fantasy lineup.
I wanted the Packers to draft him, and we did not.
Listen, I chose Christian Watson over him. I should have picked Rice.
Oof.
That doesn't. Yeah. Can we
Because,
stay on this
no,
game?
listen, because
Okay.
Rice, he's given me at least one touchdown every game since I had him on the bench.
Okay.
And I was
Yeah.
like, since Christian Watson has gotten back from his injury or whatever, he really hasn't done much.
Yeah, whole offense
So-
hasn't done much. Just wait for that game. Wait for us to get to that point.
I feel like when once I bench Christian Watson, that's when he's gonna get like 100 and some receiving yards and 2 touchdowns.
Oh, buddy.
Stay
Go
on
ahead
this
and
game
bench
real
him.
fast though. I said this last week, and I'm gonna say it again. Can we stop hyping up Justin Herbert until he does something?
I love Justin Herbert, though.
I mean, 17 of 30, 259 yards, 1 touchdown, 2
2
interceptions.
interceptions. Ouch.
I love Justin Ho, but
QB
I will
A
remain silent.
QBR of 68.6. I'm just tired. I am tired of prepubescent hype on players. Especially the NFL is the worst about it. All sports do it, but the NFL
NBA
is
is
the worst about it.
way worse.
I
NBA is
completely.
way worse.
I disagree completely. When it comes to quarterbacks in comparison to NBA players, the NFL is worse. They've been hyping up Justin Herbert to be the next coming of freaking whoever.
Yeah, all the Caleb
Moving
Williams hype
forward-
just makes me hope that he's the biggest bust in the NFL ever.
Who?
So I will
Caleb
Caleb
Williams.
Williams. Yeah,
It's just quarterbacks. It's just quarterbacks. It's not running backs, not receivers. It's just quarterbacks when I say this. But I'm tired of us hyping up these guys and they're not doing anything. At least Joe Burrows took the Bengals to the Super Bowl. So the
Yeah.
hype behind Joe Burrows makes sense. But what has Justin Fields done? They made the playoffs. What?
Justin Herbert.
What did I say? Fields? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert. What has he done? For real. Gotten the Chargers to the playoffs? Okay, Phillip Rivers. Congratulations.
Yeah, I am afraid that he's going to have the same career path.
I mean,
Their defense
same
is so
career
bad,
path.
though. Pretty
their
sure
defense
they're
is bad, right?
Pretty sure
And
their
that does
last-
play a little bit of a factor.
32nd out of 32 teams and against the pass.
But they
They
have
just
Keenan
signed
Allen,
old-ass
Joshua
players.
Palmer. I don't know. I'm not going to buy into the hype until Justin Herbert gets it done.
They just need
Mike
some
Williams
early.
was a big loss.
They just need some
Mike
early
Williams
draft
is a
picks.
dog.
That's it.
I mean,
Once you get a
we've
couple
been
good
saying that for
receivers,
years. Yeah, we've been
they
saying
have
that for
Austin
years. He's got
Eckler.
Keenan Allen.
One.
He's Keenan Allen. What are we talking about? Patty just threw for 500 almost with just his tight end.
That's
What are
fucking
we
Travis
talking
Kelsey.
about?
Come on.
You said what?
That's Travis Kelsey.
Okay. It's Keenan Allen. What are we talking about? Don't hype this little boy up with a nice, by the way, his great hair. I'm tired of
Remember
it.
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence.
Justin Herbert.
He's winning ball games.
He said Justin
He's
Herbert.
winning ball games. He took the Jacksonville Jaguars to the AFC Championship in his second year?
Give me Justin Herbert.
Oh,
You
there
can
it
have
is.
Justin Herbert. I'll take a winner. Moving on to the next game. I can't wait for this one. Go ahead, Ryan.
Oh, Lord.
Lead us off.
What's the next game? Let me see here. Packers at Broncos.
Called it.
Packers
Wah,
lose
wah, wah.
17
Called
to
it.
19.
I called the Broncos winning.
Packers coming off a bye looked absolutely terrible.
I so
I would
you
love
think-
to see how we're outscored in the first half this year, because maybe 14 points all year in the first half combined. I couldn't tell you, but I know it's dog shit. Why is Aaron Jones back if we're not getting him the ball? It's just ridiculous against the one of the worst defenses in the NFL. Matt LaFleur needs fired. His play calling's awful. Joe Barry needs fired. Dontavian Wicks needs the ball more. Aaron Jones needs the ball more. I'm not going to look it up
You're hurt.
because I know look up the last 5 times Aaron Jones has had 20 or more rushing attempts.
Been a long time.
100 plus yards every time, I'm pretty sure.
Been a long
100,
time.
and then throw him the ball. Get him the ball, dude. He's our best player on offense. I don't understand how for the last 2 or 3 years, it's been every loss post-game interview is we got to find a way to get Aaron Jones the ball more. And it never changes. It is ridiculous. But we're going to beat the Vikings this week.
I
We'll look
hope.
for a big bounce back.
God, I hope.
What a way to put it.
I
You
mean,
can tell.
I don't
You
have
can
to say
tell
anything.
you're a big ass Green Bay fan. That came from the fucking heart.
No, he's hurt. He definitely held
Came
back a
from
couple
my
tears. I'm
nuts.
actually impressed you wore that hat. I mean, the
I thought
Packers
about
have
it.
not won in 3 straight weeks. What do they do moving forward? Obviously, get Aaron Jones the ball, right?
It's ridiculous.
But you guys have a shot still. That's the thing. The Lions losing give you guys a shot
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
because it's the
I'm not-
Lions and everybody else.
I'm not going to. I know Tampa, if the season ended today, Tampa's the 7 seed, and I want to say
Thank God the season's not ending today.
I want to say Atlanta is a 6, maybe.
Mhm.
Or, no, Atlanta's a 4. I forget what it is, but I think we're better than like the bottom 6 and 7 seeds. We could be. We have the potential to be, but we are not. If our offense figures it out, I think we are looking all right. But we'll see. Maybe we'll sneak in a wild card.
Blood.
Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
I don't want to talk about the Broncos. They did
I mean, there's
nothing
nothing to talk
special.
about. They didn't do anything
Nothing
special.
special.
They just won the game. Like,
Yeah.
Russell Wilson 194 yards, 1 touchdown. Williams with 15 carries, 82 yards. Sutton had 6 receptions for
The
76
most
yards and a
mid
touchdown.
stat you'll ever see in your life.
Yeah, those are the stats the CPU puts up in Madden. So I don't know.
Oof.
They're terrible. Let's just move on to the next terrible game, please.
What is it?
Dolphins Eagles.
This is not
Dolphins,
terrible.
Eagles.
This is a good one.
Dolphins at Eagles. Dolphins lose 17-31.
What was so great about
I
it?
think it was a
Eric?
pretty good game up until the last quarter when Darius
Yeah,
Slay
it-
got that interception. It was
Mm,
tough.
I fell asleep during this game, so I can't really comment on it a lot. I mean, it was the battle of mid for quarterbacks for sure.
Mid?
What?
Jalen
Mid?
Hurts having 200 stats wise, yeah. Jalen Hurts having 279 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception, throwing 23 at 31, and then Tua literally the same exact stats except 60 yards less. 1 touchdown, 1
Tua.
interception.
Yeah. The Eagles' defensive line just getting better and better every year.
They
which is
are getting better. I
crazy.
do agree. They're getting better week by week. AJ Brown with 10 receptions, 137 yards and a touchdown. Great for him. Tyreek Hill looking a little suspect this week. Is Slay the Tyreek Hill kryptonite?
All right, I seen something, and I'm going to go talk about the tush push again.
Proceed.
Why? I don't understand why people want to ban it. Because if they want to ban the tush push, then they should ban the what was it that I seen the when you like on a punt, say you snap the ball and you waste the time or whatever.
Mhm.
What's another one? There was another one I seen. I can't remember, but there's a whole bunch of plays that people do that affect the game, but they just don't realize it.
I agree.
Why the tush push?
I
They're getting-
don't.
they're getting
really
3 to
see
4
what you're
yards.
getting
Do
at.
it.
They're getting 3 to 4 yards each time
Dude,
they do.
Nick Sirianni after the game, the head coach for the Eagles, he said, "We look at every drive or every set of downs as 1st and 9." How crazy is that to think about?
Why
'Cause,
1st and 9 though?
Because if they get to 4th down, they get a free yard with the tush push. That's how confident
I see.
he is. Isn't that like pretty weird to think of? Like that's
I mean,
pretty
I don't know.
dope.
I
to
think
think
people
about
want it
that way.
banned. People want it banned because they can't do it. The
Yeah.
Eagles are the only ones successfully doing it time and time again. But at the end of the day, that's a you problem, not a
Get
them
over
problem.
it. Hold them to 4th and 3. Do that.
Right. Like, I don't know. I
They get
think
stronger at D line. I don't know. Just bring
I think
everyone.
this
Just
is-
fucking.
Ooh, the Kelly Green jerseys.
Those are beautiful.
Very, very fire.
literally look like the jerseys from the Hulu ad that Jalen Hurts is in.
Has your name always been Hulu Has Live Sports?
This is not an ad, by the way. I don't know. I think the Dolphins will bounce back next week. I think they're
Yeah.
are they on bye next week?
I'm
know.
not sure.
Regardless, they'll bounce back when they play again, if it's next week or not. The Eagles, I think this just kind of solidifies that the Eagles will probably win their division.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have a rematch. Chiefs Eagles Super Bowl. Call me crazy.
I mean, I definitely think
I'd love to see the
That's-
Dolphins in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
I'd like
it'd
to
be
see
nice.
that. I
It'd be
personally
nice to
like to
see, but-
see the 49ers get another shot at the Eagles come NFC Championship.
Yeah, that
time.
is true.
A healthy
think a
49ers
healthy
team
Brock
because I
Purdy,
think
Healthy
Yeah.
Trent Williams. Healthy. Healthy
I personally
Debo,
think
healthy
that
McCaffrey.
if the Brock Purdy didn't get hurt, the 49ers would have been in the Super Bowl. I don't know if they would have won, but I think they would have had a better chance of beating the Chiefs. But that's just my opinion.
Speaking of the 49ers,
Yes, sir. Moving on to the Monday Night Football game, and I would love to lead this off, please. I want
Go
my
ahead.
brother to see this. My brother is a
Proceed.
huge 49ers fan. I was on FaceTime with him during the entirety of the game, and I called both picks happening live right before they happened.
oh
I said
my.
Brock Purdy's going to throw a pick here, and I led into the next conversation: is Brock Purdy a fraud, or is he just having a bad stretch of games without
Bad
Debo?
stretch of games. Without Debo.
Bad stretch of
I
games.
think he might be hearing all the chatter about him. It's getting in his head a little bit.
Well, it's hard to not when you know what was he 12-0, 11-0 as a starter, not counting the NFC Championship game.
Something like that. Regular
Yeah.
season. Yeah.
Would have been like 15-0 if he didn't get hurt in that playoff game, going to the Super Bowl in his first year.
What got into
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins?
He
35
out.
for 45,
That's not Kirk- that wasn't Kirk
378
Cousins.
yards, and 2
That was
touchdowns.
Kirk O'Chains. That was Kirk
Kirk
O'Chains. That wasn't Kirk
O'Chains.
Cousins. It wasn't Kirk Cousins. I think big performances from their two receivers that showed up at the game.
Jordan
there, to be honest.
Addison. Oh my God, that touchdown before halftime where he ripped
Yeah.
it out of the dude's
But
hands.
Addison then goes down, and then what's his face steps up going into the fourth quarter.
Hawkins. Oh,
Making some-
Powell.
Yeah, Powell making some big grabs towards the end of the game
Yeah.
as well. I think that helped him a lot.
They could not. The 49ers could not get off the field on third down
No,
all night. It was
no,
like
and
8
and
for
that leads
11
me
or
into
something
Nick
like that.
Bosa not showing up.
Yeah. Oh,
I mean, I
and
don't-
it was
I don't
it
know
was
what it
like
is.
long third down. It was
Yeah,
like
it was
third and 8,
thirds
third and
6,
10, third and 11.
yeah. I agree 100%.
Passing
I don't
down,
know what's going
100% passing downs.
The fourth quarter, there was a fourth quarter play. It was Brock Purdy's first interception. It was 3rd and like 9. And Kirk Cousins was sacked dead to rights, and nobody sacked him. He walked right out of the pocket and threw a first down. That's the stuff, like, I don't know what was going on with Nick Bosa.
I saw this thing where it was like talking about Nick Bosa's pressures, and it was like, who cares about pressures? That's like saying, oh, I broke into the bank and scared all the security guards, but didn't take any money or something like that.
That's what he's been doing
was
this
like-
season, it seems like.
Yeah.
I don't know. Nick Bosa got paid and said he's
whatever
done.
reason.
I don't know.
I seen
I don't know.
before half, Kirk Cousins was, or that halftime show, whatever. Kirk Cousins he was 8 for 8 with while there was a blitz, I believe. Every time they
Oh,
blitzed,
yeah.
yeah,
That's crazy.
insane.
That's insane. I don't think this is a turnaround for the Vikings, though. I have a couple of buddies from Minnesota that are Vikings fans, and they were all texting me saying this is it for them. They're going to turn it around now. I don't think it is, because once Justin Jefferson comes back, Kirko Chains will not be reappearing. It'll be Kirk Cousins trying to get Justin Jefferson the ball, just like the same situation the Bengals are having with Jamar Chase.
I would like to agree as a Packers fan, but their next stretch of games goes Packers, Falcons, Saints, Broncos, Bears, Raiders. Their next 6
with
games are
that
all
being
winnable.
said, on paper, they're going 6-0.
And it goes
but-
Bengals, Vikings, Packers.
But because
Lions.
I know that Kirk Cousins, I don't think will continue to play like this moving forward. I still think they'll probably split those, or maybe even lose more than they'll win during that stretch. Because those are the kind of games where the Vikings don't show up anyways. This was a different situation. It was a primetime game against arguably the best team in the NFL. Like, you have to come out and play your best football because you don't want to get embarrassed. And they came out, they
Yeah.
showed out, and the 49ers played bad. It's not like the Vikings overwhelmed them completely. The Vikings or the
No.
49ers played bad, and the Vikings took advantage of it on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah.
So I think the Vikings will go into these games just like they always do, and they'll play to their competition. They're going to lose games. They're going to win games, and it's all going to be because of Kirk Cousins.
How many more games do you think Christian McCaffrey will for?
I think he'll
No.
score one of the rest of the season.
He's got the record now.
Yeah, it wasn't
I don't
like
think
16 or
he'll
something like
stop.
that?
Yeah, I don't
He's,
think.
he's too much of a weapon. I mean, I love having him on my fantasy team. Speaking of which, I won my fantasy game for 2 specific reasons. One, because of CMC, and because of the 49ers defense getting -4 points. I won by 3 because of that. I was down 35 going into Monday Night Football.
Some jackass I know had CMC on his bench. Imagine being that guy.
Wonder who that could be.
I couldn't tell you. You got to find him and beat
If
the
it
shit
makes,
out of
if
him or
it makes you
something.
feel better, I thought about putting him on my bench going into the weekend. So on Friday when I was editing my lineup,
Yeah.
but they said that he's planning on playing. So I banked on him playing. I moved him to my flex, and I was hoping by Sunday at noon. I didn't know they had the Monday game. I never realized it. I thought they just had a regular game.
Yeah.
So I was hoping by Monday at noon there'd be an answer, and I would move David Njoku to my bench
I
or my flex
heard-
position. And then nothing happened. And then come Monday, I was like,
I
Gotta
heard
sing
that
it.
he was saying something about, like, people would ask him, like, "Are you injured? What's going on?" Blah blah blah, and he would say, "I don't know what you guys are talking about." And he said, "I am perfectly fine. I'm ready to play."
I mean, I don't know many players that's going to get like a bruised oblique and not play.
Yeah. I figured he would play, but they were going to hold him back some. That's why I had him on the bench. Yes, it was me. It was me. I had him on the bench.
Yeah, we know. I think it was a very boring 1 o'clock slate for
It
the
was.
NFL this weekend.
Picked up a little
again,
bit.
the Browns did win though, so that's all that matters. to
Man,
be
I was
honest.
really excited for that Lions-Ravens game. I thought that was going to be
I-
the saving grace of the 1 o'clock games, but Jesus.
No,
got-
it was
it was
definitely
ugly.
bad.
So, hopping into week 8 of
Week
the
eight.
NFL season.
NFL season.
Go through and pick them real quick.
Yeah, go
Starting
for it.
with this Thursday. This Thursday, we got Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers at Buffalo Bills.
Give me Buffalo.
Give me the Bills.
Yeah. Yeah. Bills might.
But
I
you
can see
know-
Bills losing by 2 or winning by 30.
But those
Who
are
fu-
also
who
the games where
knows?
Baker Mayfield wants to be the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
Fuck,
I'm gonna
it's-
take the
it's-
Bills, though.
It's 3rd and 15. He runs for a first down.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills though.
All right, Vite or no? Go ahead.
Jets at Giants, even though they play at the same stadium.
Give me the Giants. I think Tyrod Taylor's gonna start moving them in a winning direction for a little bit, and then it's gonna kind of die out. So give me the Giants.
I'm gonna go Jets.
I'll go
I
Jets.
think Zach Wilson's gonna figure it out.
I think Jets. Yeah, Jets just had a bye, so I'll say they'll. I don't know how much they were preparing for Tyrod Taylor and the Giants, but
At least they had a
give me
week
the
to watch
Jets.
them.
Yeah,
I guess.
we got Jaguars at the Steelers. I believe the Jaguars are 2.5-point favorites.
Oh man,
Seems
this
a
one's
little-
kind of tough.
I'm gonna take the Jaguars.
Yeah, give me the Jags. Steelers got their crazy or
Because I'm a Browns
unexpected
fan.
win this
give me the
week.
Jags.
all on the Jags. All right. Eagles at Commanders.
Give me the Eagles.
Give me the Eagles. I think this
That's
past
easy.
weekend's gonna make. The
Oh,
Eagles start
don't
blowing
do
people
it.
Out.
Don't do
I'll take the Eagles,
it.
but I would not be surprised if the Commanders win. I'll say that. I don't know what stock you want to put into that, but next we got the Rams at the Cowboys.
Give me the Rams.
I go Cowboys.
Cowboys defense is banged up. Matthew Stafford's going to come back slinging the ball to Cooper Kupp and what's his name? I can't pronounce it, so I never say it. Yeah, and I don't have any faith in Dak Prescott, and I never will. So give me the Rams.
Give me the Rams. Ooh, at Cowboys though.
Give me the Rams.
Give me the Cowboys.
Also, I seen on Twitter Tim the Tatman talking too much shit about the 49ers, and Tim the Tatman is the definition of a curse when it comes to the Cowboys when he starts talking shit about other teams. So definitely give me the Rams.
Next we got the Vikings coming to Lambeau Field to play the Packers.
Give me the Packers.
Give me the Packers.
I'll go Packers
Fuck
as
it.
well.
I think
Wow,
this
thanks,
is another,
guys.
I don't think they're going to have another game
I
like
think
that.
Vikings
I don't
Super
either.
Bowl was just last night.
Yeah, I think the Packers offense is going to just have to start clicking eventually.
have
what,
to.
What better game to click than against the Vikings? To
At
be
home.
honest. Yeah, at home.
Falcons at Titans.
Give me the Falcons.
I'm going to go Titans.
Yeah, I think I'm going
I think Titans upsets the Falcons.
I don't know if it's an upset. I mean, the Falcons are better, but
Oh,
I
it's
don't
an
know if it's
upset, buddy.
I think they're
I'll
both
go
terrible
Titans,
teams.
I
I
guess.
just think the Falcons are taking over certain situations. I don't have faith in the Falcons still.
Next up we got the Patriots at the Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Give me the Dolphins.
I mean,
Five.
yeah.
They might put up another 70 for losing.
They might have to.
With their
But
300
again,
running
this
backs.
is one of those games the Patriots just don't lose
Yeah,
sometimes.
they're gonna
So I
split
would-
with everybody in their division.
Exactly. I wouldn't be completely surprised if the Patriots win, but I am going to take the Dolphins.
If Patriots win, it's gonna be 17-10.
I was going to say
If-
10-7. So
If Dolphins win, it's gonna be 42-17.
Yes.
13.
Belichick's stealing all his signals.
maybe.
Wah, boo-hoo.
Just love giving Michigan fans a head.
Saints at Colts.
Give me the Colts.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
Colts should have won this
Saints
game.
offenses
I'll
look
go Colts as
terrible.
well.
Colts lost the game on a bad PI call, and I think the Colts looked really good. And I think they're going to carry that over moving forward in the season.
There's already some chatter about Derek Carr should be benched for Jameis Winston. I don't know if that's going to happen, but
I've seen Jameis
Saints
Winston
offense hasn't
coaching him
showed me
up on the
anything.
sideline. You guys see that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Jameis. It's not like Jameis was a complete scrub
No,
starting
no,
for
he
the
was
Saints. He had one
actually
of the
pretty
better
good.
seasons I've seen prior to coming over to the Saints. And then he came to the Saints. He got the job done for the most part for them.
Yep.
Texans at Panthers.
Texans. I think
Give me the
CJ Stroud's
Texans.
gonna have a hell of a
Holding
game.
on to the 0-17 Panthers. Holding on to it.
Me as well. Next up, we got the first 4 o'clock game. Browns at Seahawks.
It's going to be a good game. I think it's going to be a real slow game. I think that the Browns defense is going to show up though and get the job done. I think the Browns are going to win a very abysmal watching offensive game of 14-10.
Hang on.
Holding.
You know what? For psychology, Seahawks win this game. I'm doing it this week, T.
That's fine. It really just matters what Ryan says, because when Ryan says stuff about teams that I like, that's when the opposite happens.
Maybe you should be a gambling man.
Maybe I'll just bet the opposite of whatever Ryan bets.
Exactly, yeah.
I like this Seahawks. That's a long flight for the Browns. Long flight.
Yeah. Good enough time for Myles Garrett to get interested.
One of the loudest stadiums in the NFL. Give me the Seahawks. Next up, we got the Bengals at the 49ers.
Give me the Niners.
They're pissed off. They're ready to fucking
Niners
go.
have got to turn it around before their bye. They have a bye in week 9. They have to turn it around.
They're pissed. They want to win, and this is the one.
This is the knuck up or buck up for Brock Purdy this week.
If Trent Williams and Debo are still out, give me the Bengals. If not, give me the 49ers.
That's honestly a good point. I didn't think about that.
Nah, Brock Purdy's got to step up. I'm going to ride with the Niners.
If Trent Williams is out, give me the Bengals. If he's not, I don't care about Debo. If he's not, give me the 49ers. Next game, Chiefs at Broncos. They're playing again already? They just played like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I feel like they just played. It wasn't a primetime game too?
Yeah. It was like 19-11 or something like that.
That would be a good game.
Give me the Chiefs. Give me the Chiefs by 40.
Yeah.
I think by 40. I think maybe like 21.
Give me the Chiefs by 40. I heard Taylor. I got a phone call. I heard Taylor Swift's going to be in the
Taylor Swift's going to be in the building.
Actually, let me change that. Give me the Chiefs by 7. I don't think it's going to be a high
I thought you were going to say Broncos.
I did too.
No. Chiefs by 7. I don't think it's going to be a high score game.
Let's go to Ravens at Cardinals.
Give me Arizona.
I'm going to go Ravens here.
I'm going to go Ravens.
I'm also going to go Ravens.
Everybody, you have time to take that back.
I'm going to go Ravens.
Ooh. A great
Ravens by a lot.
Great game for Sunday Night Football. Bears at Chargers.
Give me the Bears.
Go Bears as well.
Justin Herbert doesn't get it done again, and we have the same conversation next week.
Give me Justin Herbert and the Chargers. None of you are going to take that back?
No, I'm not taking it back. I'm holding down to it. I think I'll even go a step further. I think Justin Herbert will have a great game, and they'll still lose.
I think the D2 quarterback's going to ball out.
I think the D2 quarterback's going to throw for 150 yards and have a touchdown.
All right, Raiders and Lions.
Game of the week. Lions by
50.
27.
Raiders are awful.
No, they're bad.
Yeah.
Awful.
Ryan, let me get the bets this week. Let me see what I got to bet against.
This is me just scrolling through without really doing any research, but I like so far. I like Commanders +7. I like the Colts money line. Probably lay 2.5 with the Texans against the Panthers. Give me the Dolphins -9.5. I think that'll be it. That'll do. Yeah, that'll do it.
Remember, folks, use code Ryan15 at checkout for 15% back on your deposit. Remember, Ryan, that's Ryan, RYAN, 15 at checkout. Moving on to college. All right, starting in on college football, we will start with number 2, Michigan at Michigan State, beating Michigan State 49-0. But Michigan's under a lot of scrutiny right now for stealing signs and play calls. What's going on with that?
Who cares?
Well,
until they find something that, I mean, you're allowed to look at the other sideline unless you're using like a film or something.
They brought up a good point that Jim Harbaugh was like 23-5 in Big Ten play to start and on the brink of being fired, and then all of a sudden has come out in like 28-1 since the supposed scandal started.
I also want to say something real quick.
Go ahead.
The floor is yours.
This is a good point. I'm not saying that they are doing it, but
big Ohio State fan, by the way.
I have a Ohio State sweatshirt and a hat on, by the way.
He went to the Browns game last week. He didn't.
And the Ohio State game the month before that.
Hey, I was there.
So you were. So he's winning the regular season, right? And they're saying he's doing this in the regular season.
Okay.
He doesn't have enough time. He doesn't know who he's playing until like the week of or something like that in the playoffs, correct?
Correct.
He doesn't have enough time to go there and scout, the signals, the plays and all that. But they can go back and watch tape, but that's not, obviously it's a lot more difficult. But he's not winning the playoff games. And I think that's why. Because he doesn't have the signals, the play calls, all that kind of stuff. That's just my opinion.
I respect your opinion. I really do. I, however, think that they're losing the games because they're the worst team.
They lost to fucking.
They're worse than TCU.
They lost to
They
TCU.
went to the national championship. I don't know what to tell you guys.
Because they didn't have signals.
I like where you're going, Eric, but I do believe in the.
I'm not saying it's true.
The alleged cheating. I think they're saying they've sent people to games like that they're not at. Like he has a special person to go to watch an Ohio State game and will figure out the signals and then probably get back to him. That's what is being said, at least. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong. Fact check me. I don't care.
Also sent two guys to
I
the Ohio
don't
State
care.
and Penn State game, one on each side. Video recording.
Well,
so
what I'm gonna say, if it does come out to be true, I'm a big Ohio State guy too, but I'm an unbiased Ohio State fan. I'm a realist. If it does come out to be true, any Michigan fan that tells us that we've lost the last 2 games is a liar because it didn't count.
What?
However, if it's not true, we still need to fire Ryan Day at the end of the year.
I wasn't going to say that.
Even if it is true, can we fire Ryan Day
me.
at the end of the year? I don't know.
I still don't think you fire Ryan Day.
You don't want to fire Ryan Day?
I still don't think you fire Ryan Day.
You're right. I definitely love watching 3rd and 3s and throwing behind the backfield. I love it every week in and week out.
I just think we need an offensive coordinator. That's it.
Does he call plays?
Yes.
I guess.
We just need an offensive coordinator.
That leads us into the Ohio State Penn State game. Ryan, 0 for 2 in big blowout games, huh? What's going on, buddy?
So you guys are lucky Drew Aller they don't trust him to throw the deep ball.
That's what you said the last 2 weeks.
Did I?
Well, you told us that the Browns were going to lose to the Niners in a blowout.
Okay, everybody in the world thought the Browns were going to lose.
And then you told us that Penn State was going to blow out.
Anywho.
So Kyle McCord is
so you're saying if Drew Aller didn't go 18 for 42, you guys still would have won? If he would have maybe
Why are we playing our game? What are we playing life on ifs right now? The truth is Ohio State won.
In the country.
Ohio State won against Penn State. Kyle McCord was able to get it done again, although he didn't play well again. Maserati Marv, 11 receptions, 162 yards, and a touchdown to seal the game. Good for Marvin Harris Jr. I actually muted my TV for the remainder of the game and just turned subtitles on because I was tired of hearing it. Shout out to Gus for holding strong and continuing to use it, hoping that it sticks. But after listening to it all day, I don't think anybody wants to hear it.
Imagine he gets an NIL deal with Maserati.
Well, Gus Johnson definitely gets 40%.
Yeah.
But cool big game for Ohio State. Defense played good. Kyle McCord played like butt. And fire Ryan Day. That's all I have on the game.
And Brown is hurt. Wonderful. Second string. That's.
Yeah, he went in for
I don't know why I put him in, but whatever.
I don't know either. I don't know
they know the defense obviously knows it's going to be a run play when he's in.
Yeah, facts.
The fact that he just sits there when the ball snapped, he sits there, waits for a pocket to open, and go. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't like the play calling by Ryan Day. I think maybe it is we just need an offense coordinator, but as of right now, I stand on the statue. We just fired the man. Moving on to Florida State versus Duke. Florida State getting an easy win against Duke for the most part. Duke had had a lead for going into halftime, I believe, up 3, and then nothing in the third quarter, and then going into the fourth quarter, Florida State showed up again.
Yeah. Got it when they needed it. That's all that matters.
Travis having 268 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. And that Wilson boy, I think, was their best receiver, and I think he only had like 60 yards. But my fan favorite, Washington versus Arizona State, Penix Jr., 275 yards, 2 interceptions, and
he
definitely
did
getting
not play
demoted in the
great.
Heisman game.
Yeah.
But
That's
go
I think
ahead.
they were like the number one offense in the country, putting up 15 points. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
But I mean, not much to be said. I guess they were down
I hope-
7-3 until the fourth quarter.
I just hope the committee
Yikes.
lets Maserati Marv get into a little bit of
Maserati Marv.
get into the Heisman talks. I'm tired of it just being quarterbacks all the time. I want some change.
Any other big games? Not really.
UCF.
Oklahoma
really.
beat UCF in a
USF.
barn burner, 29-31. Dylan Gabriel beating his former team.
What were you gonna say, Eric?
USC? Utah beat
USC.
USC.
Oh, that's right. Actually, yeah. Let's touch on that. Good point, Eric. Go ahead and lead us off.
I think this is like the third or second time that Utah's taken USC out of the playoff picture.
Yeah.
3
You
years
think
in a row,
USC's
maybe?
definitely out for sure now? You don't think
Oh,
they'll try to
yes,
get Caleb
100%.
Williams
They're
in there
6-2.
somehow?
There's no way.
Is this the year that we go to 8 teams, or is this the last year we're on
It's
4?
next-
It's next
next
year
year.
and it's 12.
Okay, so last year we're on 4, and then next year we go to 12. Okay,
Yes.
Yeah.
got you. Thank you.
But,
Caleb Williams not looking good. I agree.
I don't. This is a good point. I seen something on Twitter. He struggles with the good teams.
Looks great against bad
Looks
defenses.
great.
Looks
Yeah,
terrible against
exactly. Yep.
I mean, that's why you go to
decent
USC though, right?
defenses.
Because you're going to play more bad teams than you are good teams.
Yeah. See that? I also seen a video. This was last week, 2 weeks ago when they faced Notre Dame. After the game, a kid came up and said,
Yeah. Show me your
"Show
fingernails,
me your fingernails."
pussy.
And somebody on Twitter said that they harassed him. I don't think that's
He hurt his
harassing
feelings.
someone?
I thought Caleb Williams said he was harassed.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like,
I don't
It's
know.
not-
I also saw they
not-
brought up the
you're
thing
soft at that
where
point. Stop being soft.
I'm tired of these quote unquote reporters these days, like bringing up old stories to bring it to light when a player plays bad. So, for an example, they're talking the story of Caleb Williams winning part ownership of whatever team he gets drafted to came back out, and everybody's like, "Well, why would he ask for that after only throwing for 256 yards and having no touchdowns?" But that story was ran like back in June or July before the season even started, when he was coming off of a Heisman. So I just think that we need to stop letting these reporters push narratives on these kids, because at the end of the day, they are just kids.
Oh,
Very
another
unfortunate
thing.
circumstances.
I don't like him.
Another thing I did not like was the targeting call on that USC player.
Yeah,
That, I mean, God, man.
that's crazy.
Targeting's
Targeting's
wishy-washy these
stupid.
days. It's really bad.
I mean,
I don't think you should be ejected for targeting.
no.
It's
I mean,
mental.
God forbid I get
Just
ejected.
With how
for
fast
taking my
everything
job.
how fast everything happens.
At least give him
Like-
a warning. And if
I-
the second one happens, then maybe. But the
Yeah.
first one, give him a warning, because, I mean, I can just
Unless
tell.
it's
on
blatant.
That dude's face, he was set.
Yeah, I mean, he definitely didn't mean for
No,
targeting
not
to
at
happen.
all.
It's got to be.
I mean,
I
it's
think
like-
it's just got to be blatant for it to even be called targeting. If it's not, I think it should just be a regular personal foul.
Yeah.
Yeah, give him 15 yards.
Yep, and give
Don't
them
throw somebody out of the game because they're using
Making
the
a
helmet
play.
that they're given.
Yeah, and they're
to
making a
put-
play that
protect
they just think is the right play.
Now, if somebody's running at you like this, yeah, it's probably not great. But
He was literally doing his
Hmm.
job, what he's supposed to do, and he got.
I agree. Ryan, you got some picks for us?
I do not. I don't feel like looking through them right now. But
That's fine. Price Picks won't be mad at
Oh,
you. We only
well.
have to do one ad per podcast.
fuck them.
High State.
Fuck 'em, that's why.
High State's at Wisconsin next weekend. My grandparents are going to that game. Very excited for him. Potentially, our new head coach will be. We'll get to watch our new head coach get beat by us, huh?
I think.
Luke
I
Fickell?
think if anything,
I'm holding out hopes one day, Letty.
I think if anything, if say Ryan Day does get fired, I think Brian Hartline.
Ooh, actually, I like that better.
All right, well, bud.
First night of NBA tonight.
Tell me what you got, buddy.
Yeah. Moving into the NBA, tip off tonight. Just a nice little slow slate. It's the Lakers
two
against the
picks,
defending
both
championships
two
against the
games.
Nuggets. Nuggets are currently beating the shit out of the Lakers by 18.
Oh,
Start at the second quarter. It's 42-24. I've been watching on my second monitor. And then we have the Suns versus the Warriors. I think the Warriors are going to get that one done. I think Chris Paul is going to get Ryan's assist numbers pretty quickly, and I think
6
the Warriors
plus,
are going to blow the
please.
Suns out, especially because I do believe Bradley Beal is sitting out for load management on
Hell
opening
yeah, I
night.
love that. Game 1.
Love to see that.
It's fucking stupid. Just make the season shorter.
They
Make
should.
it a 50
They should
game
make
season.
it. I was going to say 60. So yeah, I agree. Wednesdays.
Why
we're gonna
is
have
it
a
so
bigger slate of
long?
games.
There's
don't
no
know. It always
reason.
has been. It just always has been, and people live off history.
And
You know
then
how that
people
goes.
bitch about the load management stuff. Like,
I agree.
just change it.
I do think starting early, I do think Wembanyama has proven everybody wrong, and I think he's going to be a problem moving forward into the
Yeah,
league.
he's looked pretty
This man,
filthy.
I watched this man do a Euro step from the free throw line and dunk on everybody. So, and he can shoot the ball, and he can dribble, he can face up, he can play elite defense. So I think Wembanyama will win Rookie of the Year, and I think the Spurs will make the playoffs with him. My Miami Heat, shout out to Jimmy Butler, got his Tom Bowl jersey on. I think they're going to get it done in the East yet again this year, and I think they're going to go back to the Eastern Conference Championship where they'll play the Milwaukee Bucks and sweep the Milwaukee Bucks. I said what I said.
Insert cricket noises.
Well, the way I'm looking at this season, because we didn't do anything this offseason, is that the Miami Heat are returning and adding Tyler Hero to their roster because Tyler Hero was not present into our run. And I think Tyler Hero is going to have another breakout year, or at least improve again for the 4th year in a row of improvement and average about 25 this season.
I think it's going to be definitely an East team.
I think with all the
I don't think
moves,
it's
yeah.
Heat. I think it's whether it's Bucks or Celtics. I hate to break it to you, but
would hate to disagree regardless with you. I think the Denver Nuggets will go back-to-back this season. I think they're just an unstoppable team. Michael Porter Jr. got better. I mean, they just got better. The only thing they lost was Bruce Brown, and he went to the Pacers. And they all have a
15
championship
minutes a
now.
game.
They all have a championship now, so it's not like they need that championship veteran in their locker room. I think Michael Porter Jr. is going to take a step up, and I think the Nuggets are going to repeat this year in all seriousness. But I'm going to root for my Miami Heat to get the job done. I think the Celtics are so frauds because they put too much money.
Lakers championship.
It's not looking good as of today.
Imagine.
We're looking at this score. I mean, this 42-26 timeout Nuggets.
By the way, Florida's beating Georgia this Saturday, 3:30 at the Swamp.
You were talking crickets.
At the Swamp.
You were talking crickets, buddy. I don't know about that one, Chief.
We'll check back next week. Is that all we got?
There it is.
You're talking crickets. I don't know.
I was
buddy.
gonna do that, but I was like, I don't feel like trying to find it.
All right, that does it for the 3rd episode of Taped Up. Again, I was your host, Peen Poppy. That was Ryan. That was Eric. The Browns need to get it done again next week. The Packers need to lose again next week to have another great weekend, but I still bet it on the Packers.